first item comes to me from a couple that I met when they stopped by Roseburg last summer. Showed them the spec house, showed them the shop. It was a pleasure to meet you, Brian and Haley, and then they followed up with this lovely care package. That's a chunk of manzanita that he sawed, honey from his hometown, cutting board. Congratulations on your wedding, your engagement, your upcoming wedding. That is just the best news. It was great to get acquainted, and thank you. So before I move on, a wooden cutting board is just a cool woodworking project. Look at the way Brian kind of showcased the different woods. I think he probably milled all those out of random pieces that he salvages and cuts on his table saw. But this is well conceived and well executed, and a wooden cutting board is something that's useful and handsome and holds its value over time. And I recommend that if you've got a few tools and a burning interest, start with a wooden cutting board. This next item is two things. It's the centerpiece of this video, and it's been a source of anxiety for Nate and I, because we promised Patrick 2 years ago that we would use the prototype of the bags he was making. Patrick Lemon, he sent me this really sort of innovative and super sturdy bag that he was developing for us to review, and we told him we would, and we haven't. And then he followed up in more than good faith and sent us what has to be sort of the outcome of his research and development, a really, really beautiful and sturdy and useful nail bag or parts bag for a carpenter, construction guy, and a carpenter's holster. I think probably you could drop your cordless drill driver in there. It's got spots for plumb bobs or pencils, a tape holder. So these two pretty unique and uniquely beautiful and uniquely sturdy pieces of leather good for the construction industry. Getting this beautiful set of bags has provoked a lot of discussion with Nate and I about how much of how bags are used is simply muscle memory and habit, and how much of how bags are used is really dependent on whether or not the layout is superior and more effective and more reasonable, or just one choice among many that could work equally well. So we're going to have more to say about that. We've had somewhat to say about it in the video we put out about how I set up my framing bags, but this is an excellent sort of an excellent real-life experiment in thinking of different ways to have your tools close to hand. But one thing that is not an experiment, and that is the beauty and the good feel and the utility and the attention to detail that Patrick and his team at OM Workbench, that's the name of his outfit. Is that cool? OM Workbench. Nice graphic. Anyhow, well done, Patrick. We've got more to say about this, and one way or the other, even if we have to scuff them up, we're going to do something with them in the spec house. So staying on topic, and as circumstance would have it, we've got some more to say about tool bags and work gear. It was really interesting, but a couple of years ago we received out of the clear blue sky a set of a Buckaroo tool belt. Now Buckaroo, we had to do some research, is from Australia. We still don't know who sent me that belt, but it fits me perfectly. I put my bags on it and I've used it all the way through the spec house. And then, closing the loop, Nate had an interview on our second channel, EC2, with Tanya, who is the daughter of the founder of Buckaroo Leatherworks.
I joined the business when I was 18, and that was at a time when my dad had just designed the tool belt of which we're now known for. So he kind of put it to me, why don't you join the business? And I was like, no, it's like the daggiest thing ever. There's no way. But at the time I'd met my now husband, and he sort of said, just try it. People who have family businesses, it's really great to have a family business. Just give it a go. You can connect with your dad, whatever.
What a lady she is. She's taken her dad's leatherworking business and taken it to the next level, international, an expanded product line. So she sent us some stuff. We had that great conversation. I'm delighted that it worked out, that we met them and they met us. And so she sent some gear for everybody on our team, Nate and Allie and Brooke and Kelly. And she sent me some cool stuff. T-shirt, but she sent me a set of shoulder braces, suspenders to go on the belt that I've got. And Tanya, I haven't worn braces on my bags. I mean, I wear them on my pants, right? But I haven't worn them on my bags in 20 years. But I may give it a go, mate. We may just put these on because they're sturdy, they're going to be comfortable, They're certainly well made, and so I may just strap these things onto that belt and see how it feels again after all these years. But the bottom line is this: keep it up down there, guys. You're fighting the good fight. You've come a long ways, and you've got to respect anybody who can take a worthwhile product and get it out to the world. It takes a lot of courage, takes a lot of endurance, and so we salute you, Buckaroo. And so, isn't it crazy that here we have two people who are pushing ahead with leatherwork at the same time? And so, Tanya, just a word to the wise, because I'm telling you, if you're in the US now, you're going to be colliding with Patrick. And those are a beautiful set of bags. He's got a heavy grade of leather, his fasteners are unique and sturdy, and those are custom cast brass fixtures, bronze fixtures on his bag. So we've got beauty, we've got utility, and we have ambitious people who are doing something that very few do, and that is bringing a product of real value to the market. Well done, guys. So we've got a few items left. Hang with us. This is very interesting, at least it is to me, and that is, first of all, we reestablished connection with a couple that we knew in high school, Alan and Vicky. And they sent some nifty bee mugs because they really enjoyed the interview that my wife did on our second channel. My wife, Kelly, keeps bees. And we've got some videos about that, and you can see her there. But it's just neat. Alan, Vicky, nice to re-engage with you guys and rekindle an old friendship. Thanks for the mugs. So I got a book that, frankly, I've needed. The History of Fisher and Norris Eagle Anvil Works. And Matt, thank you so much. I've chewed through, Postman's book, Anvils in America, the definitive work, but I didn't think too much about Fisher Norris anvils until, the antidote to ignorance is practical experience. And I got a Fisher Norris anvil in my shop about a year ago, and I've got to say it's become one of my favorite anvils. It's so quiet, and the rebound is just as good as any forged anvil. And so I've become a fan, and I can't wait to read about these guys. Thank you very much. Next item is something that I never thought much about until Joe Druella sent me a package of stainless steel ball bearings. Number one, I hadn't thought about the fact that stainless steel ball bearings don't exist, or at least are relatively scarce. I think the other standard ball bearings are just carbon steel with some sort of either out of a chrome moly or with a chrome plating, I don't know. But these are stainless, and they rebound like crazy. They're excellent for checking rebound on anvils, and I will hang on to these until the right moment for a stainless steel ball bearing presents itself. So the other thing that I'm going to do with this handful of ball bearings is give the small ones to people that are shopping for anvils. You've got to have a ball bearing of some kind when you're shopping for an anvil to check the rebound without damaging the face of the anvil. So these big ones are almost too big for that, but these smaller guys are perfect. So I'm going to set a few people up, a few anvil shoppers up with some ball bearings, and I appreciate very much you going out of your way to send me these guys. Yeah, nice. So I am just sort of awash with leather today, and I love leather. I mean, who doesn't love a well-worked piece of leather, right? And this Leatherman case came to me from Heber Roundy, who is a 23-year-old young man, part of a family enterprise. They make all kinds of stuff, including the goods at Hidden Leather Company. Hidden Leather Company in Montview, Idaho. They've got a website. They make beautiful things. And even though I'm a suspenders guy, so a belt attachment's not that useful, this is just a good way. I mean, maybe you carry your Leatherman in the console of your car or in a backpack, and you want to protect the Leatherman from your phone or your phone from the Leatherman or whatever. There's a lot of reasons to have your Leatherman in one of these, even if it's not to put it on your belt. So check out their website. Sounds like a good family sort of make-it-yourself kind of an outfit. And I can tell you this, that's a well-rendered piece of leather work. So thank you very much, Heber. Got a nice note and some stickers from Ken. He has YouTube videos about building a hiker hostel and some nice stickers, the Discerning Hiker. Ken, thank you for your kind words and the support. I have some fascinating little articles from a newspaper that's been saved from extinction in Northern California about the end of the railroad logging era. That's from Arvid Ekberg. That's a wonderful Swedish name. Anyway, gonna enjoy those very much, Arvid. From Ace, a nice contribution for someone who may need it. We'll be sure to use it in the right way. And a note to say that he enjoys the channel. Thank you very much. Wondering if I've ever seen the movie The Deer Hunter. No, but that's what Kelly and I will do next Friday on movie night. Thanks very much. A fellow in Trinidad who's interested in ribbon burners. So let me tell you this, we have not posted anything very good on YouTube about how we make our ribbon burners. We tried, we made the video, it's not that great, it's got some technical issues. But if you'll send us, actually I have your email address. We're going to send you a link to a draft on that video so you can get a look at how we actually make these things, because they work exceedingly well. And someday we're going to make a proper YouTube video about how we make our ribbon burners, where I'm not fumbling and spilling the refractory onto the floor and getting the mix wrong. We'll do it right and get it up there as an example of how you could make a ribbon burner if you thought you wanted to try it. And then the last item is from Chief Neil Mansfield, and he runs the Assabet Valley Regional Technical High School. Good photographs of himself and his students. He's turning out highly skilled metal workers into a world that's hungry for highly skilled metal workers. So Chief, keep up the good work, will you? You are paying it forward in a most significant way. So I think the last item is from Max USA CORP. They were going to send us a rebar tire, automatic. Think of that, an automatic pistol-shaped rebar tire, but that just didn't work out. No problem. I've tied a lot of rebar in my life, not as much as perhaps I could have, and I'm thankful for that too, because it's not that much fun. But in any case, thanks for thinking of us, guys. Thanks for reaching out. And for all of you, for those of you who send these generous contributions in the mail like this, if you'll drop me an email through the website, if you'll send me your email address that way, we'll get you connected with our supporters perks page, so you can get in there and access some of the content and additional videos and the costs on the house and that sort of thing. We appreciate very much all of you who are making the indispensable contribution to our being able to move this channel forward. Thank you for that. And for all of you, thank you for watching Essential Craftsman, and keep up the good work.